Today, I want to talk to you about how to make 50% of the world happier, and it is by focusing on this one group of people, which is women. Now, the country that does it the best, in my opinion, is Sweden. They have one of the highest rape rates in the world. Now, that does make it makes no sense at all how a country with the highest rape rate is focused the most on women. But this is because they qualify more things as rape. They qualify more things as the lack of equality, etc. So even things like staring at a woman in a sexual way on a tube would qualify as a rape, and a person could be persecuted for doing so. Now, in a lot of countries in the world, and unknown to many men, because it's not their issue, it's not relevant to them, women suffer in this way. They are afraid to go out and, just socialize. They're afraid to come home after certain hours. There is a lot of uncertainty, especially to this core need regarding safety. Again, most men don't understand this. They go on the business, but women have to think about it. They have to think, okay, do I take cab to go home? Can I go through the street? And this happens in London, in Paris, in many different places in the world. Again, why this is not being spoken enough about is because governments and corporations predominantly are run by men. Again, what's relevant to a certain type of groups becomes usually brought to a table, which is why, for example, countries where they have prime ministers or ministers or people in presidents or people in power who are women, they also do much better in this respect because, these issues are more talked about. And there are people like Jordan Peterson. He is a very smart man. Arguably, he has a lot of knowledge and very high IQ. But one thing he, in my opinion, does wrong is he condemns women for the lack of equality in the world. He says, well, women want equality, but okay, do you want to do construction work as much as men do? This is wrong because a lot of men don't want to have issues that women have, such as lack of equality at work, equal pay, equal opportunity, looked at as an object on the streets, sexualizing, rape, violence, etc. Microaggression towards women, not taking people seriously. Now, a prime minister who is a woman will have to work twice as hard to earn respect of their fellow men than a man. Now, what a lot of men don't recognize is that in societies where women have way more power, they feel safe and they feel more equal in their rights. The men benefit way more from that attention, from that opportunity for women to express than in places where there is no such equality. So why is that? Is because women are programmed a little bit different. And even saying this is kind of like controversial, you can say it's controversial, but it's true in the sense that, there is a saying that behind every successful man, there is a woman. Why can't we say that behind every successful woman, there is a man? Well, because, the way women adopted to the circumstances, they took a step back, allowing men to think that we are in power or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And the idea is that if you allow the woman to have more power, to have more control, they have almost like a broader way of seeing things and addressing things that often men don't have capacity to address themselves. So, for example, there is this fun statistic that says that a man in a marriage relationship, will live on average 10 years older than a single man, right? But there is an equally interesting statistic that says that women in relationships, they live on average 10 years less than, alone. And this is fun statistic. Why? Because, men are taken care of. They get something they are missing. And, it's a society, generally speaking, we need more women to be in power because they would take care of things that men don't take care of. And, just arguably, the whole social mess that we call the world today all these little problems that exist in societies would have been taken care of if more women were in power. Now think of COVID. The countries that performed the best were those where women were generally in power. And this is the same across multiple other dimensions. So for men, we need to allow more women to be in charge because our lives will be better off in the grand scheme of things. And of course, this applies to all the other different minorities and groups of people which feel to be discriminated or to be unhappy, such as gay, LGBTQ, or just, whatever minority you have in your own country, because these people will feel unhappy. And the general advice is general happiness advice that we give to governments, politicians, NGOs is take care of the people with the minorities that are the unhappiest first before you even touches the other groups. But if we speak in general terms, then we start from one of the biggest groups, which is, let's say, women, and then you go down, you say, okay, LGBT community, etc., etc., etc. Lastly, I want to say that women, the importance of women is that they are our sisters, our mothers, our lovers, our friends, cousins, etc. And don't you want the best for them? I certainly do. And whenever I take care of them, they also give back to me, which is great. And I recommend it to everybody else, especially to governments, to implement new ways of, addressing certain issues that we have, socially speaking. So a lot of more women feel empowered, safe, secure, and happy overall. Because if we can make this 50% of this population happier in the world, the rest will follow. Men will be happy. I guarantee it to you. So make women happy and you're gonna have a really happy life. Thank you very much.